put a motorcycle in my living room and just work on it, clean it, and get it ready for next year.
I say do it. I
I want to put a newer seat on it, and I want to get the pipes done. The pipes, when I bought it, were all kind of they were rusted on the bottom, but they were shiny on top. But it's like I know I don't want to get rid of it, but if I do get rid of it, I do want new pipes on it. So I think I'm doing it for the next guy more than I'm doing it for me.
Okay, well, that sounds like you got a good idea. I don't know. I realized when we were talking about your vacation to Vegas, you went by yourself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got a trip coming up.
Yeah, you went by yourself, and you didn't have to go and do anything else. I mean, if you wanted to go play poker or you wanted to go someplace, you didn't have to argue with people. Oh, I want to do this or this or that. You just did it. And next vacation, I want to do that. I just want to go by myself and bring my camera and take pictures and do some stuff like that. I mean, I love my wife and love spending time with her, but sometimes I think it's better for a person, or maybe it's for me, that I could go on vacation by myself. Because when I go vacation with other people, we got to argue and debate on doing other things. I mean, I liked how you did it. You just went to Vegas. I'm going to celebrate my 60th birthday in Vegas and have a good time. So,
well, I got another trip coming up in 2 weeks. I won a poker tournament to play in a $400,000 tournament in Vegas.
Wow.
And then I get this notification that I qualified to play in day 3 for free. So I won day 1. You can pay for day 2. I won day 3, and you can pay for day 4. Like a rebuy. I got 4 chances at $400,000, and they're televising the final table. Let's see, I think it's October 16th.
Wow.
Even if I don't make the final table, I'm still watching that show. But I thought it's about time we got back to things. Now we're getting back to normal things. Face-to-face poker again.
Well, how do you feel about that? I mean, I'd be kind of nervous.
Well, let's see. Friday night, I won a poker tournament, came home with a little over 500. Saturday afternoon, I played, came home with just over 300. I paid for the flight, the hotel, and maybe a little bit of food. So it's like after a good weekend, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay, well, cool. I mean, $400,000. What's the buy-in? How much is it to buy in? I don't know anything about poker tournaments.
The buy-in you had to qualify through their process. It probably would have cost you about $150 to play.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
So it's a little pricey, but I'm at that level where I can start looking at it. Am I a monster like the rest of these animals that I've played with? No, I'm definitely outclassed by the way there are some things they do that just make my head spin, like open betting with, like a 6-bet. It's like, come on, I want to play poker. I don't want to play beat your neighbor up, but they play like that. I mean,
I'm not a big poker player, unfortunately. I never learned properly, and when I did learn, it was the wrong way, and I lost a lot of money. When you're a newbie and you come to a poker tournament, play pokers with your friends,
that's how it started.
I lost a lot of money, and I said, nah, I don't want to do it again. So I don't know. So how are the boys doing?
The boys are driving me crazy.
Well,
apparently my yard is full of fleas, and they no longer want to stay in the yard. The dogs have been walking in fleas for like the last 3 days, and I'm just getting downwind of how much of a problem fleas are.
Oh my goodness! So you gotta wash your dogs and everything else. And
oh man, the shampoos. Not one of the dogs ever liked the vacuum, but they're getting used to it now.
Wow.
But they've all had flea baths, and they're like biting at their legs and their feet, and it took me a minute to try and get a handle on what's going on. So I got the flea spray, I got the flea shampoo, I got the yard spray.
Wow.
We used Frontline on the 3 dogs this year for flea, but that's not working. I talked to somebody. They said, "Oh, you got to use Advantix. It's the only thing that works." Well, it's worked for me for 10 years until this year, and I think it's because of the yard, not because of the medication. But
So you have
I'm
to.
thinking I'm going to have to medicate them again. And they had their shots like, geez, I want to say it was April.
Wow.
I don't want to over medicate them, but they do need some attention. So they're getting a lot of attention from me right now.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I was looking at a rescue for collies. We live in a condo right now, and we applied for a rescue for a collie, and we got turned down because we don't. It's a condo, and it's not as big. It's not as big for a collie. So when we move to Wisconsin, I'll apply again for a rescue and see what I can get. This time I have a big backyard with a fenced yard. So
Yeah.
So that's one good thing.
I just moved one of my ride buddies. He got a house down here in Noblesville, and I was helping him move, and he brought his dogs over, and to see the dogs in a fenced yard just freak out is one of the warmest things you'll ever see in life.
Really?
He's no longer on a leash. He's no longer on a tether. You can just let him outside. He has a huge ass yard.
Wow.
The 3 dogs just couldn't stop digging it. It's like, this is all mine. This is all mine. This is mine here. I can go here. I can go. They were zooming back and forth. It was like, that's why I have dogs.
Well, I guess because I don't have a yard, they turned me down. So it's okay. I mean, I will get a yard next year.
I think that's a bunch of crap, but
well, what can
I get it, but I don't get it.
What can I say? I just, I'm a renter, and my landlord was in Mexico for Mexico for her daughter's birthday, but my landlord's always 3 vacations a year, and she always cries that she's broke. She tells us she's broke. So I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When she comes over, I give her the check for the rent, and she said, "I'm always broke. I have no money." And
well, put me down as a reference. You and Roxy handled the old condo pretty well. Yeah. I don't know. An exception could have been made. I mean, it's not like this is new to you.
No, I know. It was a miniature Australian Shepherd, and I love Shepherds. So I'm just going to wait, I mean, Roxy was a great dog, and we have my wife got I didn't tell you, we have another rabbit. We got a rabbit. So you know what they decided to name it? Roxy.
Oh, get out.
So I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, why? And I call it Zoomy. That's how I call it. Because I mean, it's like, you can't be Roxy to me because the only one Roxy was my dog. And,
yeah, there's only one Roxy.
Yeah, I mean, she was the best dog I ever had. I don't know, getting another dog after 8 years, now, can I handle it again? I don't know. I mean, I love I have this friend of mine who's had to put his dog down recently, and he was talking, I enjoy walking in the woods with my dog. I felt really good. If I walk in the woods by myself, they think I'm a pervert. So he goes, I can't walk in the woods by myself.
Wow. Yeah, it is one of my joys. And with all dogs my dogs being coonhounds, they gotta stop and smell everything. So even a 5-minute walk is a 20-minute walk.
Yeah, he said, I don't walk in the woods anymore. Because I feel like people are looking at me as a strange man. What's he doing in the woods by himself? So I mean, I just told him he should get her a dog, but he's renting to a new landlord and they won't allow dogs. So he's like, I can't anymore. So I feel bad for him. That's all the news with me. So Any good bike stories this year? Any good rides you did?
Um, we are presenting Operation Combat Bike Saver and giving the proceeds to the fundraiser that I did in June. We're doing that October 9th before I leave for Vegas. I leave for Vegas the next day. We're going to be presenting a check for $27,000
That's
for Operation Combat Bike Saver.
that's really cool, man. That's really cool. So that's cool. So that I don't know what else to talk about. Do you have anything else? Any other news going on?
Um, no, not really. I think COVID is, if we have this kind of business with COVID, I think what we're going to be facing is probably doing masks and releases before doing showings again. We kind of got away from it this summer. I'm not in the middle of nowhere. I mean, no way by far is this thing like not near me. It's not near my house. I mean, I live out in the sticks. But anywhere I go, it's a community. I mean, it's still like Schaumburg, 50,000 people here. I think we're going to go back to doing masks again coming up because this variant is kind of like an ass kicker. You get it and you already have pre-existing condition, you might as well write yourself off. Doesn't sound like a good thing.
It doesn't.
So I've been looking at the facts, kind of weighing them. I talked to that lady Peggy from Friday night playing poker. She was really clear, and she was some sort of medical director, and it's just she had a lot of initials after her name, and she worked in the area of where they come in. And it's like, okay, I finally got in front of somebody who actually has frontline. And, okay, maybe the shot won't give me a sixth toe, and maybe it won't make my hair fall out, and maybe my DNA will still be the same. But I still don't want COVID in my body. And I know that, the when you get the shot, it has something to do with, like when you get the flu shot, they give you a little bit of the flu so you can build up immunity so that when it actually comes, your immunity's already in full effect and it'll just pass right through you or pass right past you or whatever. She was explaining that they had most of the COVID pieces of the puzzle sitting on a shelf waiting for the day it was needed. And what they did was take a different chemical and, all right, now let's try this. We know this chemical does this. Let's try this. And that's why they had such a fast success story with the shots, is that they already pretty much knew what was going to be effective. They just didn't know how to combine the different chemicals together to make it effective. Is it effective? I don't know. But according from what I'm seeing, if I get the shot, if I get sick, I'm probably not going to die. And that was my major concern when this whole thing came out. I don't want to be the guy who got COVID and died.
I understand that. I mean, I lost.
So I'm starting to lean towards getting the shot. As a matter of fact, I just called CVS. They have a testing station. I think it'd be good if I just got my baseline and figured out where I am with this. If I don't need a shot and I was sick, coming back from Vegas the last time. Shit, I was sick 3 weeks coming back from my last trip. I'm pretty sure I had it, but I am going to get tested. I am going to make an appointment to get tested just to find out where I'm at, reevaluate, and maybe do the COVID shot. I might need it in Vegas anyways, getting on the plane or getting in whatever. They want proof that you're at least COVID negative. I can at least take the test. I don't have to get the shots, but at least test me and let me know what's going on.
I agree.
So
I agree with you about that.
I'm coming around a little bit.
I mean, I got the shot because my brother-in-law Mike passed away from COVID last March.
And that's something else that's stuck in my mind too.
Yeah, I mean, my sister, they've been married for almost, 50
it is real.
52 years. I got the shot because of that. I mean, I don't know if Mike didn't pass away, would I have got the shot? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I got the shot.
Yeah, suppose I get the shot and it's like the thing that kills me.
So I mean, I got the.
That was something else in the back of my mind too. It's like suppose I'm the 1% who has the bad reaction or what.